Hello, lesbians.
Hello, lesbians.
Lesbians, I am joined today. It is Freya with Farrell. It's Hegarty, right?
Yeah.
Is it Irish?
Yes.
Right.
It's a weird name. It's a double whammy of weird.
Farrell
Farrell
Hegarty.
Hegarty, yeah.
I really like it. FH. Farrell Hegarty.
Someone will always get it wrong. Or Farrell. People say Farrell all the time.
Yeah, I did say this to Liv earlier. I was like, is it Farrell? She's like Williams.
Like Williams, yeah.
I was like, no.
No, it's not. It's
No.
the other one. It
No,
makes me sound cooler, though, I think, when
I
people
think
say Farrell.
I think Farrell's cool. Farrell
Do
Hegarty.
you? Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll roll with it. Got no choice.
I'll introduce you. You are an amazing actress. She's also a content creator as well. One of us, gay. And I've been following you for a little while, and I've been watching your TikToks, your reels, and I'm sure those who are listening and watching right now has also seen it pop up because everyone does so well, and the amount of your videos that get sent over to me directly as well,
Oh,
all the
good.
time, and so I'm sure that you guys have already bear witness to Farrell.
Oh, good.
But if you haven't, then welcome, and thank you so much for coming on, Farrell.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I wanted to say just first of all how relatable your videos are.
Oh, thanks.
As someone who's quite hectic in the brain, gay.
Yeah. Like, is this me?
Yeah, no, literally over 30s, disorganized.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like,
so disorganized.
all of this is just like ticking a box for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's brilliant.
I
Oh,
feel
that's
like
genius.
The disorganized stuff is either rage bait or relatability. I'll get messages being like, "This is stressing me out." I once filmed my desktop
yeah.
of like the chaosness, and I had like so many messages being like, "Can I just come over to your house and just organize your life?" And I was like, "Yes, please." It's just I'm just one of those.
It's actually quite a good way to get some like free PA work.
Oh yeah,
actually.
I'm
It's
not
rage
paying you.
baiting.
Can you come over and sort it out, please?
Someone's
I
got
need
a kink
help.
for it.
To be fair, I'd gone out with my best friend for like a lunch, and I was talking to her about it, and I had my laptop on, and she like audibly gasped. She's like, "How do you live like this?" I'm like, but the thing is, when you organise it, I can't find anything that's not on my desktop. So then the organising is a waste of time.
Why would you do that? I'm just going to have to re-find it all over again. No,
Exactly.
I know my mess. Thank you so
I know my own
Yeah.
mess. I know it's underneath this file somewhere. There it is. I'm chaos.
No, but the way that you deliver the relatability is what's so good about it. I also get so
thanks.
sucked into all the different characters that you do because I'm watching it and I'm like fully believing that it's no longer you doing all the different roles.
Sometimes I do watch myself, and I'm like, I am straight man Jonathan. And I was like, because for me, I'm like, okay, in this scene, I'm gonna, be, I don't know, man, and then I just put a hat on. I'm like, I'm lady with glasses now. Just like, and when I watch other people's content, they're like, they've got like full wig, full, the art department,
You
the
don't need
costume
to.
department's gone all out, and I've just put a hat on.
You've just like put on like a checkered shirt or you put on like a suit jacket and you're like,
The girl
I'm
I
on.
film with, Jess, I literally go into the room, I come out, I was like, right, different characters now. And she's like, wow, you're unrecognisable. And I've just like put my hair back. So
You're a
lazy.
chameleon.
It's like, glasses. And she was like, do we think non-glasses for this? I was like, I'm thinking no glasses. Like, sometimes I don't even use a different voice. I'm just like, it's fine.
But it works. This is what I'm saying. I don't know how you've managed to make it work, but it
don't know.
does just work.
I'm drama school trained, and I'm like, it's the same voice, just a different look. If I face a different way, you'll never know.
I mean, I love that. And I was just saying to you before we were rolling that like I value funny over everything. So I love the way that you're able to just like portray just like normal day shit, like especially like with like the train ticket prices, which I struggle with all the time, or and just find a way to do it and make it good, because I've always got these ideas in my head and then I'm lazy and I don't actually do them.
And also it's work. Sometimes I'm doing it, I'm like, well, have I written this long idea? And it's like, I've only got myself to blame because I've written this like, I've reckoned 5 characters for this. I've written something for radio at the minute. And I've put like 6 characters in. And I'm like, why have I done this? And I've got to play them all.
Stretch yourself.
And I'm just like, and I've got 2 weeks to like rehearse it. And it's my own fault.
Yeah, but I feel like this is good though, because obviously, I mean, you've been an actress for how long?
Well, I went to drama school, graduated like 2010. Okay. So I've been trying to be an actress for a long time.
2010.
Was that graduated?
Was that in London?
Yeah, I went to drama school in London.
How was that? Do you
I
remember? This was
I know,
about
I was like
16 years.
BC. Like I loved it. Mm-hmm. When I look back now, I'm like, there were so many things about it that was probably quite problematic.
Yeah.
But I was just like, la 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 la. I met loads of great friends there.
Yeah.
Like, but it was a lot of hard work. It wasn't like normal uni where some of my friends went, oh, you went to a lecture, you know, for like an hour and then have 2 days off.
Yeah.
We were like, it was like 9 till 6:30 every day. And if you didn't come, it was like, where are you? Oof. Are you dead?
Yeah, because you just
yeah,
have
yeah.
to
And
be
also
there.
you got into drama school, which was like, you should count yourself lucky.
Yeah, definitely,
So,
100%.
And also, there was a bunch of thespians. Thespians are normally quite keen.
They are, yeah, thirsty
keen to impress,
thirsty,
gagging for it.
Gagging.
Yeah.
Imagine how they feel though, the ones that are like that. You know, when you hear those stories of like just like working in a cafe, and then this director just came up to me, and I bet they're like, "Fuck off."
I had people in my like auditioned for like 4 years on the trot to get in, or they'd be like been like trying for ages, or got in a bit later, which was then like 24, but that was like, oh, you're an older student. 24.
Oh god, I remember that.
Yeah.
And so you've been mainly soap, so you've been like Coronation Street and also Emmerdale as well. I saw.
I did an episode of Emmerdale. Yes. I mean, it was a
little crossover.
A little crossover ep, yeah. And it was like 2014. I just had like one ep where I was someone's one night stand.
Nice.
I just had a scene where I just was in the kitchen in the morning, and she was like, who are you? And I was just like, and then walked off. I had like 2 lines.
Fantastic. Breakthrough. That's And then how did you get onto Coronation Street? Did they see you after the one night stand?
They saw me. They were like,
yes, her.
Yes,
yeah.
Get that one night stand slagging. Get her in. I was like, yeah. No, just you send like, well, nowadays you send a self-tape off, and also you don't really think anything of it, because you do so many auditions. You just like, I never get my hopes up. I'm like, you know, people are like, oh, I manifested this. I'm the opposite. I'm like, nah, I won't get it. And then they're always pleasantly surprised if something comes up.
Yeah.
So, and then you go for a screen test. So on the screen test day, they put you up, because it was for a new couple. And so they put you up with like, there was like 5 girls, 5 boys. And so you went in and like read with, so I was there, you saw your competition.
Oh.
That's when I never went up. Then you go in and do a whole screen test like on set, which is quite scary.
That is it's
like
terrifying.
A full scene, and obviously like people.
And your competition is sat there watching it too.
Yeah. Oh, they don't watch, but they were.
Okay, good.
You don't see how people do.
Oh.
But
do you know what though? So brutal. But why do I want it? Like to have to sit there and watch them.
You'd have loved drama school auditions. Loads of drama school auditions were like that.
Oh yeah, no, I did drama at school, and I did.
You were like,
I lapped
she's
it
got
up.
no competition on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you go through. I'd always go first.
Well,
get it done.
I just thought I was the dog's bollocks because I got a role as the lion in the Motown version of The Wizard of Oz. It was called The Wiz. Yeah.
I know The Wiz.
Yeah.
I was in an amateur production when I was like 10 or something. Oh, I was like ensemble.
Oh, okay. Well, I was the lion actually, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't want to brag, but I know I was like background person 3.
Yeah,
no,
number 3. Yeah,
the lion. That's big.
It was a big deal. Yeah,
it was a big deal.
I made it a big deal. I made
it
like everyone's problem.
In it, like
no,
it's on my CV.
It's honestly one of the worst things I've ever fucking done. But do I tell everyone? Yes. I wish I had footage.
I'm gonna say, is it on somewhere? Someone's gonna dig that up.
What? I think it was like 20. I'd say like 2009.
Okay.
I reckon.
Nice.
But
someone's got it somewhere. There's a home camera.
Yeah.
In a dusty shelf somewhere.
My mum is probably gonna watch this and be like, "Got it."
Yes, it's under the bed.
Yeah.
In the shoebox.
No, it was bad, but I used to love acting. But then I was more into music, so I was like trying to go down more of the music route and all that. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I was like, what's gonna make me no money? Music drama. Oh, you know.
I remember someone once. I was working in a restaurant, and she was like, "Oh, were you in?" I was telling her about being an actress. It was like the owner's wife or something. She went, "Oh, did you go into that because you want to be rich?" I was like, are you on drugs? Like, no one goes into it. Like, you hope to maybe one day earn a bit of money.
Yeah,
like, my first job was for £150, and I was like, oh my God, guys, like, we couldn't afford to eat. Most actors I knew, like, you scrimp and save. Like, there's no money in it until you're in something. And
big.
Even then, like...
Yeah, and even then they're a bit like, oh, but actually Jacob Elordi's in this and he's getting paid $5 million, taking up all the budget. So you
how much
get
do you want?
50 quid a week.
50, mate. Yeah. Like,
I'm just happy for the experience. Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here. Like, I think, people are a bit... Sometimes I think people are a bit naive to say stuff like that. Like,
no,
because it is like a job in actor is a thing. Like, and also you kind of get one role. I've got to know so many of my friends that have like been doing amazing things. like was on the West End, or then they went and did a big show and and then in the summer comes and they're like, oh, I'm just back working in an ice cream van, which is like, there's nothing wrong with that, but people are like, oh, how the mighty have fallen.
No,
I'm like, bitch, I need to eat.
Survive. People need to survive. That's the thing.
And also, you might be earning, 50 grand in 6 months, but then there might be 2 years when you haven't worked. So actually, like, that doesn't even out. Do the maths on that, mate. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
So what, like, talking about that, what's your now current kind of situation then within acting? Did you leave Coronation Street?
So I was in it for 6 months, and then my character went to prison chic.
I mean, I love it. From one night stand to prison.
I know.
Love it. You do it so well.
I was like, is that an uphill climb or is that...
They should do more of you just in prison.
Well, personally. I was like... So that they called me back and they were like, we're going to do a prison storyline, which is just finished airing. And in my head, I was like, prison storyline? I was like, am I going to be in Bad Girls? I was like, I'm thinking, do you remember Bad Girls?
I do remember Bad Girls.
There was a lot of stuff went on. I was like, they're going to call me back. You're going to see me back in prison. I'm like going to be hanging off the handkerchief of like the butch girl who like runs the prison.
You're not going to be the butch girl? Because that would be a really funny turn.
She's like 6 months and she's
she's big boo. She's Orange is the New Black.
Yes.
You're running ship.
Yeah, she looks completely different. She's got a few tattoos. Yeah. She's just like bad bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, I had all these ideas. They were like, no, it's not that storyline. I was like, okay. Well, I mean, my character is super straight, to be fair.
Okay, well, we need to start a petition. I'm sorry.
She's so straight.
She's in prison now.
Hello.
She doesn't have any other options.
Yeah, I might pitch it. I was like, look, if we're gonna come back to prison, there's a few things that I want to put written into my contract that I think need to happen.
Scissoring.
Yeah. Like Farrell airs at 7:30. Like, listen.
It's called
give
equality.
the people what they want.
It's called equality. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what to say. And so you're playing straight characters, I see. Did you have to do that in your real life as well? I want to know a little bit about your queer experience. Is it bad? It sounds bad by the cough that you just gave.
It's you need to sit up for this one. I need to take a breath and like really settle into my emotions. I mean, I dated, I guess, mainly men for quite a long time. I think I had a girlfriend when I was 16.
Oh wow, so young.
So I was like in the mix of it.
Yeah.
And then after that, I sort of don't know what happened. Really, I'm really good friends with my first girlfriend. She's like, what happened? And I'm like, I'm sorry. She was like, was it me? I'm like, it's not your fault. I can't blame you for this. And then like sort of dated women and men. And then I think women it never happened. I think I look back and I was dating like people that I don't think were it just didn't work.
Yeah. So you went through this period of life where you were dating both sexes. So were you just saying that you were bisexual?
But I think so I was bisexual. Yeah. I was out bi for like a long time. And then I got with a guy, and then we it's weird because I don't really speak about this on my channel at all, and I've only spoke about it once.
Yeah.
But so we were together for 6 years and we got married. So I'm divorced, but we were married for 6 months, which in my head sounds really bad, but at the time it felt like a lot longer.
Oh my God, first of all, divorced hot.
I'm a divorcee.
6 months, yeah. Wait, so you were married for 6 months. How long were you together before?
It sounds so bad. I was like, that's what I say. I was like, I'm basically like a Kardashian. I don't know if you've heard. And everyone's like, you're not. But it's got to the point now where I like kind of own being a divorcee. I quite like it.
I think it's fun.
I'm like, I'm divorced. And like, I see myself when I'm older, like talking about it, like with like pearls and like a fur jacket with like a long cigarette holding, like my second marriage.
Yeah, I think everyone should get divorced once. Yeah. Just try it out, give it a go. You know how it goes the first time.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, exactly.
I always feel like great wedding, not so great marriage. But yeah, it just...
How long were you together before you got married?
6 years.
Oh, okay, that was 6 years and 6 months. There's a theme going on here.
Yeah. I was like, only working sixes, okay?
How old were you when you got married?
Oh God, how old am I now? 30 what, 31, 32?
You were 31, 32 when you got married?
Yeah. So this wasn't long ago. I got divorced at the start of 2022.
Okay.
So it's been 4 years.
okay, this is really exciting for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to like wind it back. So what kind of wedding was it? Was it like a big wedding?
Oh, it was big. It was big. And to be honest, I had a great day, had a great time. Just didn't.
I've got
like,
the fear listening. Sorry.
I just didn't. Yeah, it just didn't. Wasn't good. It wasn't great. But the thing is, from experience of talking to people, I feel like they want me to be like, oh, you were gay and that's why you got divorced. And I was like, I don't think that's what happened. I think I got divorced because I'm miserable. Yeah. And I didn't have a great time. It was not fun. It was really, really hard. Yeah. And then when we broke up, I was like, right, okay, ready to start dating again. Who do I want to date? Is it? And I was like, in my head, I was like, right, I'm bi, so I date men and women. And then men just never happened. And then the idea of ever being with a man again just makes me feel like I'm on the nemesis. I'm like,
this can happen. Right. And I think the worst thing from what I can kind of understand of like what you've been through on that though is how people will invalidate your experience of that being a shitty marriage.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because then they're like, no, it wasn't. You're just gay. And I think that would be very frustrating for me to hear.
Yeah. Well, I think this is what happened because everyone's like, oh, you left because you were gay, and I'm like, but like I didn't leave because I left because I'm unhappy. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, look, I've looked back now and there's so many things that I did and said and thought about in that situation where I was like, ooh, like I think I blamed a lot on my thoughts of it being bi.
I think also maybe just the signs were there, and I think that they're really, really difficult to see when we've grown up in such a heteronormative society. Yeah. You know, and there is that level of indoctrination there in a sense. And I also do think that I think we're of like a similar age. I'm 32 now. Like the world was very different when we were growing up. There is definitely more representation now, still not enough, but more than there ever was. So I think it's really, really difficult. I think as well, what we kind of knew as lesbians were the types of Ellen, Rosie O'Donnell, etc. that were very like lesbian, right? And you know that, you know, the thought of sleeping with a man or something would utterly repulse them. And this is why I try and say on here, it's not that black and white. It's not the fact that it's absolutely disgusting and vulgar. That doesn't mean that you're not gay if you don't feel that way when you're sleeping with them. Does that make sense? But it's about actually having a connection with a woman and that deeper love. And there is definitely, I mean, I would say would suspect that there's more desire there, etc. But it's not about being like utterly repulsed. It's just like something just isn't right.
Right. Yeah.
And it's
I
really
think
difficult.
From coming out of it as well, I think that because from dating women, and I did have like some difficult experiences of like, I didn't realize how hard it would be for some people to date someone who's had so much of a past with men or with one man or stuff like that. It's almost like this like, oh, but how can you do that and then be this? Like, I don't trust that. There was a lot of trust issues there. Yeah. And I didn't think that, because I was like, guys, in my head, I was like, I'm a sure bet. Yeah. I climbed the whole mountain. Like, I did just like dip my toe in. I went in.
You were dedicated.
I was dedicated. Yeah. And I'm still here being like, I don't want any of that. Yeah. I'm here, like, guys.
But somebody believe me.
Like, I was like, I'm a sure bet, guys. I don't want to go back to that life. So, like, dating, I thought was, like, difficult. And as I said before, it was, like, this thing of, I found a lot of it was, how could you not know from, you know, I've got friends that, or people were like, oh, I knew since I was 8. How did you not know that? I knew since I was 10 or whatever. And I was like, I'm not you.
It's not a fucking competition either.
I'm like... And I found that really difficult because I've got so many queer mates who came out at, 16, 17 and are, being queer all their life. And they don't have the same thought as people I dated. Yeah. They were just like, what? Why does it matter? Like, date you want to date. Like, if you came out yesterday, I don't care. Like, as long as there's a connection or whatever.
There's always like a journey for everyone. Like everyone's experience is so entirely different. Yeah. Like I know I'm categorically so fucking gay. It's actually getting a bit outrageous, right? But I used to sleep with men and I used to be with men. Just because that happened does not in any way invalidate me or my queerness or whatever. Yeah. Just fucking let them as well. Like, just say what you fucking want. Be like, all right. But then when you are actively trying to date, though, that must have been annoying because you're like, why would I lie as well?
Yeah. And I just... Yeah, it was difficult. Like, I remember my first date. I think I'd been like single like 8 months. I was like, right, I'm ready. I'm going to go on a date now. I'm on this date with someone absolutely lovely, and like she's, we kind of still a bit in contact, and she was great.
Yeah.
And she's in a really happy relationship now, and we bonded over like she'd come out at like 32, and then I was coming out of this marriage, so we were bonded over like at the list of rejection we'd had.
Yeah.
She's like, people don't want to date me because I'm new here, but I was like, it took me a long time, and I'm sorry. And but it's funny because I don't want people to hear this and like think about like coming out and be scared of it, because I was like, for one person who doesn't want to date you, there's like 1,000 people who are just like top notch, who are like, I don't care where you come from, I don't care what your backstory is.
Yeah.
Like, if I like you, and that's it.
Exactly.
And that should be all
that
it is.
Literally, it really is that simple.
And if someone doesn't want to date you, like, I've always like, let them. And I think I learned that the hard way. I should have I went dated someone and it was difficult, and I should have just been like, oh, this is not, you don't want me, instead of like being a bit of a beg.
I think as well, like, totally right. It's like, either you like me or you don't.
Yeah.
I couldn't care, you know, and that is the thing, when you're getting to know somebody, that part should be then completely irrelevant. But what it does all come down to, though, is insecurity. So you know that person that's initially got a problem with you for being with a man before, they're going to be a fucking nightmare.
You can't tell people that. I always think, I'm like, listening to a conversation, I'm like, this is because you're insecure, but I can't say that word to you.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we'll work on this. Let's talk it through.
I'm like, that sounds like a you problem.
This sounds like a you problem. Again, I'm like, how do I reword this so it sounds nicer?
What if it's something that you can't change? You can't change your past. It's not ever something that you should apologise for, or have to grovel for, or have to prove.
Yeah,
you know?
and I think I learned that as well, because I think coming out of it, I feel like I was like, oh my God, you need to like delete all this, erase this, not talk about this, not do this, like, you know, not address it. And I'm like, but that was a part of my life. Yeah. And I am a bit like, well, I didn't get here without doing all that, as much as you might not like it. Like,
I went the hard road.
I went reverse back.
How
bumped
did you
into
find?
A few posts.
So like actually accepting that yourself, though, was there like a moment, or?
It was sort of like a slow burn. I remember since I was with my friend, when I was about dating again, I was like, right, I think I'm ready to start dating again. I remember saying to me, she was like, when you're dating again, what are you looking for? Are you looking for men and women? And I was like, I don't think I'm going to date men. I just think I'm going to date women. And she looked at me, she went, it's obviously your choice, but she went, you know you're gay, right? And I was like,
oh my God, I love that.
And she went, obviously you can if you want. And I went, I don't want to. And she went, I know you don't want to. And I don't know why you're even slightly contemplating it, because like you don't want to.
She was just like, you just really don't want to do this.
Just
what the fuck
I mean, I've known her since I
doing?
was 16. So she was like, you do know.
No, but that's a good friend.
Yeah.
That's a really good friend.
She was like, I don't want to see you with a man again. I was like, I don't either.
Do you think that you kind of like pushed the bisexual thing for longer because of that? Like, did you struggle ever coming to terms?
I think, you know, compare.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I relate to that so much. When I read about it, so I was like, came up on TikTok and I was like, what is this? And then I was like, there was a girl like explaining it. I was like, oh my God, this is so. I relate to that so much, of like feeling like, I remember being like in my early 20s and I'd gone on a date. I'd dating this girl, went on like 5 dates or something.
Yeah.
And I remember having this feeling of like, well, it doesn't matter because I won't end up with you. And I had this thing of like, you'll marry a man. You will be with a man.
Yeah.
And I think if I'd have sat in it, or been a bit, or that would have happened in my 30s, I probably would have sat with it a bit more and been like, but is this what you want?
Yeah.
Or is this what you think other people want for you?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, you know, there's all that thing of like, when a man finds you attractive, it's almost like this psychological thing of like, oh,
validation.
Maybe do I validation, or like, do I fancy him back? And it's like, do you fancy him back? You probably didn't. You just like the attention a bit.
Yeah.
Or like this feeling of like, we've been taught to like, we like to feel liked or something, rather than being like, well, actually, I fancy your mate Claire. So
yeah. Claire's
fit.
Yeah.
Is Claire single?
No, but it is true. I remember doing that for so long. Like, I remember wanting to get that validation from men, even though I wasn't interested in them at all. Like, I do not categorically want to sleep with you, but do I want you to want to sleep with me? Absolutely. Yeah. And now I'm like, I can just block it out because I think it takes some time to really remove that though. That took me so long. To actually, I had to like brainwash myself to be like, okay,
100%.
like, because it is just always fed into you. Like if you think about it, every single day, like Disney movies, always like having the princess rescuing, and any film, like literally any kind of like content that you would consume. Ms. Magazine.
Oh my God, and like sugar
like
and all
young
that growing
sluts.
up.
Yeah.
I was like, make the guy like you in 10 easy steps. I'm like,
we know you're 14. Wear your shortest shirt. And you're like, what
get
do
your
you mean?
tits out. Like, I'm 12.
Yeah. Oh, remember the push-up bras as well? I used to wear those.
I used to
at like
have
13.
one of those that pulled together.
Did you?
Yeah, I had a Wonder bra that
fancy.
like pulled together. I got pictures of me like going to like an underage now, and I was like 14. I was like, I look like an absolute hoe.
yeah. Oh,
and now I'm like, I want to wear the comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
I like full on like.
What were we doing?
We go around snogging boys, and we talk about how many boys we'd snog.
Oh, it's just vulgar,
and now
isn't
I'm
it?
like, what's that about?
I know.
And also, I look back. This is like therapy sessions where I'm like evaluating like. A lot of the guys that I dated was because I found out they liked me first. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, this validation thing.
Same.
I'm like, oh, so-and-so fancies you, you know? I'm like, cool. Let's give him a go. Let's date for 3 months, even though you don't want to.
Let's get married.
Let's get married. I'm like, oh, gosh, bless him.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but...
You've come out the other end.
I've come out the other end.
And you have a lovely girlfriend as well.
I do.
How long have you guys been together?
2.5 years.
Well done. It's 50 years in lesbian years.
It's 50 years. It's 100 when you're a long distance.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about this because
It's
lesbians, we all know
it's so gay, isn't it?
We all know long distance so well. So well. It's like a rite of passage. You're like having to tick all the boxes as soon as you came out of that
My
divorce.
mate was like, I remember she said to me, she was like, I've been gay since I was 16 and I've done some gay shit, but this is the gayest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, it's
and
deep. It's deeply gay because not only is she long distance, she's also long distance Australia, right?
She's in Australia. Everyone's like, where did she? Is it like Edinburgh long distance? I was like, I wish.
Yeah.
A car journey. I got 24 hours and $1.5 grand later.
So I have to know, how did this start?
So it gets gayer. We met outside Manchester Pride at 1 a.m. outside Vanilla Bar.
Right. That'll do it. Manchester's already gay enough. Tick. Vanilla Bar. Tick. Pride. Tick. She's Australian. Tick. That's also. Is she Australian?
She's originally from Stafford.
Oh,
but she's
wow.
She's lived there for quite a long time. She's lived there for like 10 years.
Okay. All right. So talk me through it. So you met her outside of a club.
My friends. I went to Manchester Pride, and my mates, a gay couple. I think everyone was going home, and they were like, "We'll take you to where the lesbians are," because I'd never been to Manchester Pride before. It's like, this way. It's like, follow us. I was like, right, take it to the lesbians. And there is literally a corner of Manchester Pride where all the lesbians just stand. And I was like, because you go through and it's just like a mixture of everyone, and then you just get to this corner, all of a sudden it's just a flux of women. I was like, oh, hey guys. It's like, and you just have to, and everyone knows everyone, because we'd gone the year after as well. Yeah. And everyone's like, oh, hey, how you doing? I was, yeah. And like, everyone's like, the X is X is X. I'm like, it's so incestuous. I'm just like, but we walked past each other, and I always say it's quite romantic, but then in my head I'm like, well, we just really, really drunk. And we just literally walked past each other, and as we walked past, we kind of like half bumped shoulders, and we grabbed each other's hands from behind.
Oh.
And then turned, and we both did this weird, like, no, none of us was brave enough to speak. So we just stared at each other and just went. And I think she said that my first line was, "You're hot. Are you single?" It's real poetry.
That's real
smooth.
Do it.
Yeah,
that's gonna do it.
So
that would work on me. And
You're hot. Are you single? Straight in there. It's 1 a.m. Do you know what I mean? It's 1 a.m.
We haven't got time to talk about.
I was absolutely probably levered. And
I actually really like the hand. I don't even think that is like a gay thing. I think a drunk thing.
Yeah.
I think maybe looking at each other for a little bit before speaking was probably a bit of like both
just
gay and drunk. I've had that though as well. You know, when you're like, you think someone's really attractive, and all of a sudden,
I just say it.
All the cool has gone out the window though for me. Yeah. That's the thing. I will say it. But
yeah, I did.
Not in a cool way.
No, it wasn't. It's like, hey, have you had and I had nothing.
Had nothing.
You're hot. It was like in a drunkies northern accent as well. You're single, love. Sound like someone's dad. Like, oh God.
Did you give her your phone? Put your number in there,
put your number on there. Like, give her like a tissue. Kissed it.
Awesome. What happened after that? Was she like?
I remember she was with 2 friends, and you know when you're like trying to gauge the situation.
Yeah.
Of like, and also I would say this afterwards, she gives nothing away. So I was like, I don't know if you're like instantly in love with me or you hate my guts. I don't know. She said, she's like, I'm neurodivergent. I don't know what I'm doing. And so we just sort of stared at each other. I was like, so what you do? We had no chat. It was so bleak. And then we swapped numbers. And then I went back to my friends because, you know, you're like, I don't want to just hang out with you and your mates because you could be like, what you doing here? Don't be a lech. So I went back to my friends and I remember my friends were like, what are you still doing here? Why aren't you talking to the hot girl? And I was like, I can't ditch my mates. I'm not that sort of person. And they were like, fuck
Ditch
off.
Us.
We don't care. And they was like, they've been together 10 years. They were like, we want to go home and have a cup of tea. We don't want to be here. We're just here for you. And I was like, oh. They're like, oh, we're going to go home now. I was like, oh, where's she gone? So they were like, go find her. And anyway, I left and I was like, I'm just going to go home. And there was a point where I was just like, why are you going to go home when, you know, you have that, I had the beer.
Yeah.
I was like, I can do this. So I just texted her. And I remember I had to go out and find signal because there's no signal because obviously there's so many people there. So I stood on the street for ages trying to get signal, acting real cool. Like, hey, I was just hanging out for a drink. I wasn't.
Meanwhile, you're like this.
I was stood on the street corner, like, waiting for single, like waiting for the dots as she's typing. I was like, oh, maybe if you want to have a drink tonight, like we could hang out. I think I told her, I was like, yeah, we just went to a bar. I was like, no, I was literally standing on the street corner waiting for you to text me back or I was going to go home.
You've uploaded like a story that's like you and your friends from earlier like, being like, still going.
Yeah. Really, you just stood on your own outside like at Pride.
Oh, this is adorable though.
I was like, well, I'm only, it's like now or never. Because also she told me at that point that she lived in Sydney. So I was like, this is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But I was like, let's hang out.
Yeah.
And her and her friends had gone to this bar in the Northern Quarter, which was the straightest bar. I was like, it's Pride.
Yeah.
There's like gays everywhere, and we're surrounded by. I remember we were sat talking, and there was a man sat next to us, and this woman was like straddling him, snogging. I was like, where are we?
She was really turned on by all those gay men in like the hot pants and the lesbians walking around. She's like, come here, Jonathan.
Yeah. I was like, it was weird because we talk about it now, and we kind of were like quite awkward with each other. Her friends had said to her, I can't believe you spoke to someone, because she was like, I never speak to anyone, like the idea of speaking to someone.
Yeah.
So I think she went, I was drunk enough that I was quite brave speaking to you. And then we spent 3 weeks together.
Wow. Oh, that is, Joe, what, it just gets gayer and gayer, doesn't it? It's 3 weeks, not even leaving.
Well, she had 3 weeks left of her trip. So I was like, well, come and stay with me in London. Oh, and then do this and do that. And we just spent the whole time together.
That is cute. Okay, and then she then goes back over to Sydney. How are you now maintaining this, and like how are you finding it? Do you have any tips for the lesbians that are in long distance relationships? Like that's a hefty one.
It was, I think at the beginning it was kind of like, we're just going to see how it goes. And I was like, should I go out and see her? I was like, well, I may as well see like if this is something. And I was just like, oh, do you know what? I'm going to just book a flight. Luckily, I was quite freelance at the time. So I think if I had a 9-to-5 job, it wouldn't have worked.
No.
I think it worked because I was working like 2-3 days a week and I could take time off. I think if you had a 9-to-5 job, you couldn't.
No.
So like the trick is quit your job.
Yeah, quit your job.
Go freelance. That's the only way you can make it work. I flew out over Christmas. We met in the August and then I flew out in the Christmas. Oh. And yeah, on the third day I was like, oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I was like, this is going to be.
It's when you're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that will do it. Because then you're in their space.
Yeah, and it's like,
oh,
sun's out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's do all these fun things on the beach. I'm like, gay.
Let's go hold hands and skip on the beach.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm in trouble there. And then he just carried on. But there was always an end game. I think with long distance, you have to have an end game.
100%, yeah.
Because I think it was just like, oh, we're just going to do long distance forever. I think I'd have been like, I can't do this.
When did you decide like an end game though? Because I feel like you can't set that straight away.
Before when she went back the first time, like after our like 3-week fling, she was like, I've always thought about moving back to the UK. I'm just going to wait for my passport because I can get 2 passports because I've been there that long, and then I'm going to come back. So she like planted the seed.
Wow. You're like, I love you. How long did it take you until you said I love you?
I said it when she came over the second time, so like 6 months. But if you technically this is only like the second date because we had like a 3-week date, and then, do you know what I mean? So,
no, but you find that I think long distance relationships as well, they can be more. I think they're more intense. We
had a lot of phone talking.
Yeah, because you are forced to communicate a lot more.
This is why I think it's like, because when you think you get into a relationship, and also like when it's the beginning and you just like get into it. you go out and do fun things, you have loads of sex, and then all of a sudden you're like, I've been in this weeks and I know nothing about you.
Yeah.
But I know what you look like naked.
Yeah. And that's all I need.
It's great.
Yeah.
But with this, we just had so much time where we're like, right, okay, we actually have to like, we were just having phone conversations. We knew so much about each other. So that when we do see each other, but we always worry that it's going to turn into like an old married couple because we just, we haven't got this like.
But I don't know. I think it's really fun. Like I remember I was in my first ever lesbian relationship was a long distance one.
Long distance.
Yeah, it was Brazil.
And, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, oh wow, Sydney. Oh
wow. I mean, it was 11-hour flight, so like it was still pretty long.
I mean, half the time.
Amateur. Still. Yeah, I know. And I was like 19. I was in that relationship for a few years, and
was there an end game?
No.
That's what's hard.
Yeah, and I was just so young too. Like I wasn't really thinking.
Would you ever move? Did you contemplate moving to Brazil?
I did. Yeah, I actually. It was so weird. I was working for Joe Malone at the time, and I was like, they've got an office that they're opening up over in Sao Paulo, blah blah. And I was like, I actually went and spoke to one of them. And then I think they realised pretty quickly I couldn't speak any fucking Portuguese. So that was out the window. But English.
Top notch.
Yeah. And but I thought for a second I would, and I would have genuinely have loved to have lived there, to be fair. I loved it there. But it was just so many things at play, and it's very scary, especially when you're that young. Like I just didn't, and I also just didn't know myself. Like I wasn't out either. Like there was just loads of different things that came to it. And my girlfriend now, she lives in Barcelona, so that's a very quick long distance, which is like not too bad.
But you could have done that. Barcelona.
Yeah. Well, no.
You're now Barcelona.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're in long distance.
Yes. Yeah, but nowhere near as long as yours. Nowhere near.
But then I feel like hearing my story might make you be like, it's not that far. 2 hours. I'd be like,
I already don't think it's far.
No.
I'm genuinely like, no, 2 hours is nothing. And also she comes over like pretty much every week for work anyway. So I'm like, oh, but it doesn't really feel like a long distance
relationship. And also, if you think about it, if a 2 hour flight, if someone lived in Scotland, it would be the same amount of.
Yeah. It's just because it's like a different country. They're like, ow. But I do think that is nicer to kind of have that connection a little bit more like over communication, and it is really fun like when you see each other again and have that.
Oh yeah.
I also think it stops that like crazy U-Haul, like the next level U-Haul that like a lot of lesbians do get into really easily.
She's not that sort of person anyway.
Yeah.
She's like, this is the biggest thing she's been in since uni, I think.
Yeah.
But she's, and it's weird to me because she talks about herself and she's like this is unheard of for me, because I'm just like, no, I'm like, you commitment phobe, but I just don't see that side of it, because I think sometimes if you meet someone that you just get on with,
you're like, I can't imagine you being any other way,
being like avoidant.
And
I was like, I bet you were avoidant.
Right one,
do you know what I mean? I can't imagine that side of someone. But like, it's just like anything. I always say like you can be someone completely different in the relationship before.
100%.
You know, someone's like, oh my god, that person's like really avoidant. I'm like, no, they can be just avoidant with some person, or they can be like really clingy or whatever.
Yeah, and also different like attachment styles can like trigger other ones. So if someone's like really anxious, then it's going to trigger an avoidant. You know?
Yeah, massively.
So yeah, it depends on who you're with, like what the situation is. It can always just like vary.
And I think that's what works best if you're doing long distance, because you have to have that bit of secure stuff, because you don't know what people are doing.
No, you don't.
And I'm like, oh, like I'll ring her and she's like, oh, I'm out with these people, that people. And I'm like, cute. And she's really like, I couldn't deal with, because I've had it before in the past where like, who you out with? I'm like, oh, do you want me to name everyone on the table?
Yeah,
they're all boring.
Take a photo, send it to me.
There's like 17 people from work that I don't. Like, I don't know this guy. She's new.
I can tell you my friends. I cannot handle jealous or controlling. Like those are the two things that I'm like, this is just too much for me. Like there is obviously like a natural bit of jealousy that I do think that just happens in like relationships. When you love someone, there is that. But like real jealousy and like controlling, I'm like, oh, this is rough. It's not why I don't want to be like, you know.
But I feel like when you get into those relationships, you don't realise it's happening until you're like so far in. Because I've been in like relationships like that when I'm like, oh my God. And you don't, like I was in something that was like, I had rules, but they were
rules
that were like overshadowed. These are my boundaries. And I'm like, And I look back now, I'm like, no, they were rules.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't use the
can't
word boundary.
therapize.
Yeah, but like these are boundaries. I'm like, I look back, I'm like, they were rules.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do this and something. I was like, oh, okay.
It's not okay to ever control somebody like that. Like, why do people feel like once they're in a relationship with somebody that they genuinely own them? They're like, no, this is my dog now, and you must obey everything that I have to say. Yeah. But it happens all the time, and I'm thinking, where is this coming from?
No.
Like, no, you can't with me.
I was actually talking to someone, like a girl I'd met really recently, and I don't know much about her. Drinks Friday night, and she was there, and she was having difficulty with her boyfriend. And I was a level of drunk where I just went in. I was like, I don't know you, and I don't know him, but I'm going to tell you now, you need to get out. I was like, get out now. I was like, he's never going to change. She's like, well, he does this and he does this. He won't let me see I was like, you have to give a list of every single friend you're with. Out. She had to give every single friend she was with, acting, kissing, screen kisses. They're both actors. I was like, but you have to kiss because you're an actor.
Not allowed to kiss on screen.
No, but he was also an actor.
What the fuck?
I was like, but you're an actor. And also, if you can't deal with that, don't date an actor. But you're also one, so you have to kiss people anyway. And like, yeah, it's not nice, but as a partner, you just say, don't watch it. No, like my partner, I've had to snog boys on Corrie, and she's just like, it's okay, I just don't want to watch that episode. Fine, babe. Yeah. I get that you don't want to see me snogging a man. Fine. Absolutely fine. I don't want to see that. Yeah. I'm like, I did that. Yeah. But like, absolutely fine. But like, you can't come for me because it's like your job. I'm not going to turn up to set, but like, page 3 of the script. No. That's vital to the story. I don't want to do it. I'm like,
move the kiss.
Job, mate.
Get a double in. Get a double in. That ain't me. Not my lips.
It's like, what are you going to do when I'm on sex education? I've got to like get my baps out and have a ride. Do you know what I mean? She can't do this thing. I'm like, you can't. So anyway, I went in and had a drink. I was like, listen, I don't owe him anything. Yeah. Dump the chump.
Yeah, as you should. I think more people should do that, in all honesty, because I think sometimes it takes being told by someone, even a total stranger, that's like, objectively, this is fucked. What's going on here?
But also, friends don't do that, because when I was in something it was toxic. My friends, like, they're just quiet. Little things were like, I mean, this doesn't sound great. Like, are you okay? And just little things like that, because you can't go in.
Because they know that it will just usually push the person further to the toxic partner, and then they're like,
okay. And then you have no one.
Yeah, and exactly. So that's almost what they want as well. Yeah,
and I'd started to like, I didn't mean to at the time, but I'd started to like choose that person over friends just because I was told that that's what I should be doing, because you're not putting me first.
And for you, it was just easier than kind of almost getting in trouble.
Yeah.
In a way. I just can't be asked for the argument.
I was always in trouble.
Yeah.
I was always in trouble. So, and then it's my friends were like, well, you've blown us off. And I'm like, but I can't make two sets of people happy. And I'm like, this is so stressful. And it shouldn't be like that.
It should never ever be like that. If you're listening to this and this is your relationship, get out. Right now.
Jojo.
Yeah.
Leave.
Right now.
It's like when I was saying to this girl the other day, I was like, it won't get better because you're already in it and you've already set the rules of what your relationship is. And I went, I literally went, what I bet you're doing is this. I was like, now you've started to slightly lie to him because you are at the pub with people that he knows I was like, you're going to piss him off.
More shit.
And then you're saying, oh, you're not at the pub, even though you are, and then he's like, you've lied to me. So then you look bad because you're the liar, but you've only lied to them because you know that being at the pub is not acceptable, which is bullshit, because you're allowed to go to the fucking pub with your mates.
Oh my God.
Like, you're allowed to be anywhere.
Honestly, it feels like that's hell. That is hell. If there is a hell,
that's
and
her.
I
and
die,
your partner should be like, hey babe, where are you? I'm at the pub with some mates. Oh, cool, have a great time. Or,
bye,
see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
or,
literally, that's
cool.
how it should be.
Like,
it's insane.
And it's like insane. The easy thing.
I mean, well, I'm glad that you found someone now that obviously
like
respects you.
Breeze.
And,
she's a breeze in my life.
And do you feel like there's any kind of like cons to long distance, or do you feel like they're kind of battled? I mean, just not being with her for a start might be one of them.
Yeah, it's, oh my God, I have bad days where I'm just like, why aren't you here? It's normally like the lead up to my period, which that's never unheard of.
Luteal has me fucking
like,
dead.
Why aren't you here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before your period, that moment, right?
Oh, everything's
like a week or 2 weeks before. But it manages to get me every single month without me realising that that's what it is. What is that about? I'm like, why am I crying?
It's like I'm here again. I'll convince myself that it's not that.
Yeah. I've just gone fully suicidal. Actually, that's what I get like. Life is not worth living anymore.
Oh, no.
This is awful. Everything's shit. The sky is great. Like the sky can be something like it's great.
I get to the point where
I don't know what
my girlfriend's like, are you due on, babe? And I'm like, no, this is not about that. She's like, you due on? I'm like, yes, I am, but it's nothing to do with it. These are my real feelings. I am valid. She's like, okay. I'm like,
See, it's managed to help me now, like sussing out whether it's because I'm due on my period. I'll go, no. I was like, I know, because I'm like due on. Because I think before I was really spiraling, thinking, oh, now I'm getting to the dark space again, you know. And like, if you've ever suffered with any like mental health problems, like having a moment like that can sometimes be a little bit triggering, because you're like, am I going back into that depressive spiral? I can't be asked. I don't have the time for it, you know.
No, I've got things to do.
Got shit to do.
I literally got upset the other day for like an hour, and I cried. I was like, well, I've wasted my morning now. And it's more like, this is my day to be productive. I've taken an hour of my time because I've had a sob.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know, you have to do the things. You have to have the sob.
You have to have the sob. It has to happen. And especially when you clearly have like a very busy brain, I feel like it's probably a lot like mine. I think it's great though that you have that creative outlet too. I mean, what made you go from the acting into content creation? Was it just kind of using the two?
I'd literally it was completely random. I didn't set out to be like a content creator or like, I was about to say influencer. I hate that word.
Oh, do you know what?
It's horrible. I'm an influencer. I'm like, you sound like a knob, mate. Like, sorry. I don't. Who are you influencing?
What could we call it instead?
I don't know. I'm like, I do videos.
I'm a TikTok actress.
Oh no! Like even TikToker, I'm like, oh, like it makes me sound like I'm like trying to be 23.
Yeah, but it is.
I'm to TikTok.
It is hard though, because content creator's fine. I think that's fine.
Yeah, I go with content creator.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
It doesn't make my like stomach fall out my ass. So I like just made a reel. I don't know why I even did it. I just was like, oh, this would be quite funny. And then I was going to put it on Instagram, and I was like, I can't put it on Instagram because people will laugh at me. Because it's like my peers were on Instagram. Yeah. So I made a TikTok page that I didn't know anyone on TikTok. So I was just like, just make a TikTok page.
Safe space.
And yeah, I don't know anyone. I don't need to impress anyone here. And it did really well.
You'll usually find that you do the best when you don't give a fuck.
I did not give a fuck.
No.
And now, the best advice I got once was like, no one gives a bigger fuck than you. So I was like, oh, I'm nervous about this, nervous about that. He's like, I was talking to this guy, and he was like, most people do this.
Yeah.
And so you've put so much time and effort into like, oh, what about this? Is this good enough? Is that funny enough to do? Most people don't give a fuck. Like,
no one
they'll
cares.
be like, that was really funny, or like, oh, I hadn't seen that one, or nice. What? Like, they literally. He just like, just keep posting, just keep going, just keep going. If you think it's a bit shit, post it anyway, and your next one might be better. Just keep going, and it's so true, because the ones that I think I've taken loads of time on that I'm really proud of might be like, and then the ones that I'm like, oh, is that all right?
Yeah.
Sometimes can do well. So I'm like, oh.
You never know what's going to work.
No.
Sometimes it just happens, and it could be timing. It could just be it could be anything. But I think I remember once somebody said as well, they were like, if it flopped and nobody saw it, good, no one saw it.
Yeah, that's true.
You're like, okay, cool.
And I was like, no one cares.
It also just doesn't matter. There's so many fucking people on the earth, and like TikTok is just like constant like this.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you can have something that you can use your creativity, your skills for, why wouldn't you do it? Like the way in which you create it is just great, and it's so relatable.
And also I think as well, especially at the minute, social media and just life is so dark.
Yeah.
Like, you go online, I wake up this morning, it's like, oh, Trump's done this now. And I'm like, oh, the world's on fire. I'm like, ah. And it can be so consuming. I know so many people who are like, it's so overwhelming that I think if you can just go on and just do a bit of just like, there's a funny thing about an air freshener turning you gay. Like, it's so stupid. And like,
we need stupid right now.
Funny, or need stupid, and just people being like, when I follow people who just do out on stupid dances, I'm like, just do a dance in your kitchen, sick.
The world's about to end in a fucking minute.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit anymore. I'm done. I'm so
This
done.
is what my friend says when she ever invites me to the pub midweek. And I'm like, oh, it's Tuesday. She's like, babe, the world's on fire. Come for a pint. I'm like, you are right.
I just go World War 3. Come for a pint.
Yeah. Come for a pint.
We love a weekday pint.
Yeah. To be fair, this was a Monday. I was like, it's Monday.
Oh, we went for a pint yesterday.
I mean, I'll have one today. I only said no. I only said no at lunch because my friend was. I was like, "We're having a drink." She was like, "No." I was like, "Of course not." I was like, "Oh God."
I was only asking.
I don't know
just
why
to see if you were okay.
Yeah. I would never drink on a Tuesday lunchtime. That'd be ridiculous. But yeah, I just find it so. I just think there's so much shit going on right now,
and it's nice to have joy.
It's nice to have joy. It's nice to like scroll and like see, not like just my stuff, but like other people just putting out like just this is a stupid thing I did today, or a funny thing, because I think if you there was a RuPaul thing recently. He was on a podcast or something, and he said you can look at the darkness but don't stare. And I was like, I love that. And he was like, you can't, he was like, because if you stare too long, you'll go crazy. He was like, you need to create music and fun things and dancing and comedy. And he was like, you need to do all the fun things, because otherwise it'll just consume you.
You have to.
And I was like, I'm going to get that on a t-shirt, RuPaul.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Love it.
But that's the thing. It's like, you can be aware, because I'm aware. I'm so tuned into it all. I know everything that's going on. But
yeah,
in an instance where there's fuck all you can do and you've done everything that you can, you have to enjoy life to its fullest and bring that joy onto other people, because that kind of energy is so contagious as well, and you never know whose day that you're going to make better just by doing that one thing, you know. And like using humor, I mean, I've always used humor to get through pretty much fucking everything in my life, you know, and I always think that's a skill. I love it when other people do it as well. And I think if we're going to have something literally called TikTok, let's take the fucking piss and just do a video.
Just come up with that name.
Yeah. Someone who's very, very rich right now, and I wish it was me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, well, one of your reels I did love, and it was the one of your dad making a dad joke, which I know did very well on your reels.
Oh, yeah.
And so I know that I have asked you to prepare some dad jokes. I have some of my own.
Oh, my God.
The thing is, though, you can't laugh. I'm going to try and not laugh at yours. I don't think you're going to naturally laugh at mine anyway.
I sometimes laugh out of like
awkwardness.
Pity with dad jokes.
If it's that bad, then it makes
dad
me
jokes
laugh.
are meant to be bad though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
whole thing. They're meant to be awful.
I think I quite like a long-winded one as well. Like,
oh my God, my dad will literally start sentences. And the thing is, with my dad, when he tells a dad joke, he can't get to the punchline without laughing. So he'll just be like, right, man walks into a bar and his face will go red, like his eyes close, like his teeth, like he's got false teeth as well, so sometimes
they're half
they pop
coming out. Yeah,
his teeth actually
amazing.
pop out, and then we're sat there waiting for him, his eyes will roll. I'm like, Dad, I'm gonna need you need to get there. And like, it wasn't, that's funnier than the punchline.
Yeah, no, but I love that. I'm going to get him on, and I want him to just do a whole episode.
He sent me some.
He sent you some?
He sent me some.
So you're going to I'll do one, you do one, I do one.
Okay.
Okay, is your dad going to be offended if I don't?
Some of his, though, were like, I was like, oh, Dad, mate.
Thank you very much, Dad.
Go on.
Start dark on mine.
Oh.
You probably have heard this one. What's the worst part about having sex in a cemetery?
I don't know.
You're not allowed to laugh, Farrell. Close your mouth.
What is the worst thing about having sex in it's the worst part about having sex in a cemetery?
You've made me laugh now. I don't know why.
Because I'm repeating it back to you. I heard my own joke and I was like, that's funny shit. That is some funny shit.
All the fucking digging.
If I was on Last One Laughing, I would be out.
Okay, let's do a role play. We are on Last One Laughing. You are not allowed to laugh. You have to give me these dad jokes straight. You'd be fucked.
Mine. Okay, so my dad actually did this when we were in a restaurant once.
Okay.
And the waiter came over and said, "So today's specials, we have the cured salmon." And he said, "Cured? Was it ill?"
Fuck you.
That is like
the face
classic dad.
That is
I was like, oh, fuck's sake. But also I was like, funny.
Okay, that is funny. Okay.
Classic dad.
That is classic dad. Have you? All right, I'll go another one then. All right. Oh,
I forget about the no laughing part.
It's actually quite difficult.
It's really difficult.
Okay, I'm choosing the one that I want to say. What do you call a man with no body and no nose?
I don't know.
Nobody knows. Oh, it's rough. It's rough.
I'm doing that thing that they do when they just put the face on Last One Laughing. Right, I'll get Mike Hegarty's list out.
Why is everything way funnier when you can't laugh? This is hell. I'm sweating.
Some of these are bleak. Two lions walk through a shopping centre. One says to the other, "It's quiet in here for a Saturday afternoon." Was that like a delayed response?
No, it was just so bad.
It's so bad.
And that's why I laughed.
It's
Right,
so
okay,
bad.
I'm trying to rein this in. I would be off this show.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's hard, isn't it? Last one laughing when Ramesh did his. Oh,
I would
my
have been
God.
floored.
But also he knew, it's like the thing of like the things of like, you can't laugh at it.
Yeah.
So it made it funnier. And then the Gordon Brown joke.
Amazing.
And just reading out things that he'd been called. That was just like
that was an
genius.
attack.
And his face was, oh my God, he's hilarious.
How he just says them all out. Amazing.
He's like, I'd like you now to read them, say them to my face.
Incredible.
Oh my God.
It was like
his eye looks like it's been in a dishwasher. I was
like, I loved it.
I could not. That is such a good tactic.
So good.
Right. I think I only got one more. This is what we say in the house. And you go, when you stand up to leave, you go, right, I'm off. I thought I could smell something.
So fuck you, live.
They're bad. You've got to be.
That's bad, but I want to use it. The first thing that came into my head was
something.
Yeah. That's really good.
You can't get away with anything in my house without
a pun or like a joke coming. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
No, that is good.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that. I like learning things like that. I clock it in my head.
Today.
I've learned something today.
What is the one thing you're going to take away from today?
Do your I'm just reading the ones you sent me, the lesbian one.
It's a lesbian one.
Yeah, this is very.
Oh my God,
very apt.
I thought of someone. I think.
Okay, all right, I'll give it to you.
Go on.
All right. What's worse than two lesbians running with scissors?
I don't know.
Scissoring with the runs.
That's not fair.
It's also just facts to live by, isn't it? If you've ever had to worry about what you should do when you have the runs, probably just don't scissor.
Don't scissor.
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
No.
Oh, can you imagine? What a mess.
Oh, it is the only thing that comes into my head.
Yeah. I'm like, who's got to clean up that?
Yeah.
My brother, right, really, really recently, we sat around the dinner table, and bearing in mind my grandma was there, and my grandma and granddad was there, my mum and dad were there, and he literally just sat around the table, and he said, in front of everyone, it was like, what do you call a lesbian dinosaur?
Oh, I know this one.
Lick a lot of puss.
How did that go
Imagine that round the table. I was like, you fucking bastard. I was like, and we all just looked at each other, and then he looked at me and was like, and it's just this reminder of like, do you know what I mean? I'm just like,
there's nothing better than
we're all thinking about.
Yeah. You're thinking about licking me.
I was like, I'm like, oh, this is horrible. And we all just sat there, and my dad would I could see my dad just go, and you're like trying not to laugh. My mum's there, and I remember my mum was like cutting carrots or something. She was like, you could see her shaking from behind. Yeah. And I don't think my grandma got it. I was like, never mind, grandma, moving on. I was like, oh my God, save me, swallow me whole. This is horrendous.
Why is it? It's always at the dinner table. Always at the dinner table. Yeah, hate crime central dinner table.
That was a hate crime, and he knew what he was doing as well. He was like,
well, I used to make lesbian jokes to my sister. Then I came out as gay. That was the bit. And then I became the joke of the family.
Oh, because your sister's gay as well.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, and so she came out first, and you rip her apart.
Oh yeah. I really
come back
made it
for you after that.
Oh God, yeah. She's called me a dyke for wearing Doc Martens. I was like, what do you mean? Megan?
And like,
read the room.
It is true.
I'm like, yeah, I am, but also why are you slurring at me?
Yeah.
When you're a lesbian.
Yeah.
It was actually quite funny, to be fair. I'll give her that.
Oh well, you can.
She
really
two of
you?
them. No, there's three of us. So there's the straight one in the middle.
A sister.
Yeah. So 3 girls, 1 straight. Debatable though. Never know. There's always time.
How old is she? Not that matters.
Yeah, you're like, how old? Too old then.
Oh, it's too old to come out.
I think she's 37. She's 37.
Oh,
yeah.
well, no, there is still time.
There is, I reckon. She's about to pop out her 3rd, so probably after that.
After that, get the kids out.
Yeah, get all the kids out and then just move on.
See the light.
Yeah, I don't think it will take her a lot.
See the light.
Yeah. Go on, Lauren.
Just carry on dating men. You'll figure out.
Yeah,
like,
she does. Yeah, I think she's close, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I always think whenever you hear talk about like dinner table conversations as well, though, like having a straight sister, used to having a lesbian sister, but when the straight sister sits down with like the husband, they're like, we're trying for a baby. I'm like, so you're having sex? Is that what you're trying to? Is that what you're trying to announce to the table?
It's always funny, isn't it, when people are like, I would like to announce that we're trying for a baby. So you just announce at the dinner table that you're raw dogging right now. Yeah. That's what's happening. You're announcing in front of grandma.
We've all thought about it now.
There's no protection. Yeah. And you're just raw dogging every night. Great. Thank you for sharing that when I eat my potatoes.
Farrell, it's been so nice to get to know you
so
and just understand a little bit more about like where you've come from as well. Like it's so nice to see this after I've seen all the different content of yours and your acting, and just knowing kind of the person behind all of that is always so nice to see. And you are an absolute babe as well. You're so lovely. And you never know how someone's going to be. You never know. Yeah. And
you meet people and you're like...
You're one of the first people I've actually had on that I've never had like an actual conversation with.
Oh, really?
Before. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's always a risk, isn't it?
It was a risk.
She was a massive
bitch. No, I'm very pleasantly surprised. And I love hearing all about your story as well. I think in a way it's kind of nicer because the other guests that I have on, I'm like, okay, I kind of know pretty much all of this already. So I'm like locked in listening. Aww. But is there anything else that you wanted to talk about before you go?
No, I don't think.
Have you got anything coming up that you're...
What have I got coming up? Yeah, I'm just fanning about online.
Yeah.
Bit of fanny.
You can
I don't know what I'm doing some days. I'm like, why is this my job? It's so wild.
I love it.
It's just like, what is life? But yeah, no, it's nice to come on and stuff like this and like just share, like, because I said recently, like, I'm going to try and like talk more about myself, even though it makes me like, die inside. Yeah. But I talked about something really recently, and then I had someone reach out to me and be like, I literally left my husband, I've just come out of a straight relationship at like, I think she was like 39 or something. She was like, I love hearing stories like this because it like gives me like hope. And so I was just like, okay, maybe I do need to like talk about like coming out and also being like super like happy.
Yeah.
Like I've never been as happy as like, I didn't know, like, like queer joy. I'm like,
you
my girlfriend's like, you're so gay, and I'm like, I know, isn't it great? I was like, I'm so happy because I never knew that this could be a feeling. So like,
that's amazing. Then I'm so glad
your husband start finding your wife.
Exactly, amen to that. No, but that is the thing, and we've always said that like on this pod as well. Like we talk about a lot of experiences that we've already gone through, like maybe like years ago. So sometimes we can kind of like brush over it a little bit because we're like, but for somebody else listening, that's their right now, you know, so it doesn't hurt to like go into that. And there will be women listening to this now that are in that situation or have been or are thinking about it, you know, that haven't even made that step yet. So there's so many different spectrums. Or if you're
in the mix of it, it does get better. Oh my god, it gets so much better.
Yeah, it always does.
Oh my god, it gets so much better.
It always does.
It's gonna be great.
It's always gonna be better with a woman. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can have a great time. Yeah. It's gonna be fantastic.
Sydney, fun around and do the long distance thing. Try it out, you know, or do. Throw yourself into different cultures, different experiences. I think that's always what's so nice about long distance relationships too. It really like broadens your horizons on a different way of life. You know?
Also I feel like when something feels right, you know, like
you make the effort.
I think for me when I was ignoring so many like gut feelings of like, I'm happy, I promise I'm happy in both dating men and women, like you know that thing, like, and like if it's not right, get out, don't waste your life.
You don't have. I mean, Catty on the episode just before this was just like normalize breaking up.
Like just normalize breaking up. That's okay.
That is okay.
You're like, this is really shit. I'm not happy. Like you shouldn't be sad all the time, and you shouldn't have that feeling in your stomach where you're like worried about stuff. It should just be like
always on edge, walking on eggshells, whatever that might be. God. It's the worst. But I'm so glad that you finally found your way out of that, and it really also doesn't matter like what age you were. Or don't listen to anyone who has to say that.
Sorry, I had that song in my head that finally found what I've been looking for. That's where my brain went. I started clicking and then just didn't do anything.
You know what? I already tried to diagnose you earlier.
I'm done diagnosed.
This is done.
My DMs are literally, I get a message at least twice a week being like, have you got ADHD? I'm like I'm undiagnosed. I didn't fill out the form. It was too complicated. It's 11 pages. What do you want me to do? I swear that's the test. If you don't send the form back, then they just send you a certificate saying you got ADHD.
Are you still waiting for it?
I'm still waiting. I just get messages being like, you never filled out the form, Farrell. And I'm like, I know.
Do you know what? My private assessment that I went through, I love it because they like cater their emails obviously to like ADHD people. I was like, I might have ADHD, but I'm not fucking 12. Like the emails are just like loads of emojis, and they're like, we've got your follow-up letter. It's like mailbox, letter, big smiley face. Well done so much. And I'm like, oh my fucking
I think
God.
I'd appreciate that. I'd be like, oh, thank you. And it's just like, we're only going to send you one sentence in this email with one thumbs up. I'm like, hey, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm like, when I've got like text messages, like long text messages, or when people, if you send me like 4 messages with 4 different bits of information, I'm only reading the last one.
So I can do it with
messages.
It, yeah.
I miss everything.
I can
like,
do it
you
with
haven't read that
messages.
message, have you? I'm like, nope.
No, I can't do it with voice notes. I can do it with messages, but not with voice notes, because if I can't like see it all there, I've already forgotten what the first voice note said.
Oh yeah. I have to write notes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you said about the first, I've forgotten it already.
You're there, glasses on, another day. It's
like
like
10
a
minutes.
scroll. Yeah.
Going back to your first point.
Yeah. No, that is literally how I have to respond in the end, because I have to like really strategize myself, and so I end up like sounding like I'm in a fucking board meeting whenever I try and reply to anyone.
Point 1.
Yeah. Fucking dump him. Yeah. But thank you so much, Farrell. It was
Thanks
so nice
for
to
having
meet me.
me.
And where can the lesbians find you?
They can find me at Farrel Hegarty on both TikTok and Insta.
Amazing. I'll also put it in the link in bio as well. But thanks again. And I can't wait for you guys to see her if you haven't already. Thank you, babe.
Thank
Goodbye,
you.
lesbians. We'll speak to you next week.
Bye.
Love you.